Ladies and gentlemen, I would be very, very cautious of having your kids around LGBT activists. I'm noticing something, guys, and this is pretty disturbing. If you guys remember last year, there was this LGBT activist. Can't remember what state it was, but this person was a transgender out there preaching the gospel of transgenderism to kids. And then we found out that this person was abusing children in a sexual manner. Absolutely disgusting. And the left embraces this stuff, man. They really, really do embrace this stuff. And it's disturbing. These LGBT activists, man, they really do push this stuff on children. There seems to be a trend going on, guys. A dangerous trend. I don't like it. You shouldn't like it. You shouldn't be having your kids at these pride parades. You shouldn't be having this stuff in your schools. But we know in a lot of these left-wing cities, they'll have LGBT flags throughout the school. Why are you doing that? Kids are supposed to be in school to be educated on, reading, writing, arithmetic. That's what they should be doing. But these activists, man, they really do want access to your kids. This story we're going to be talking about here, guys, very, very disturbing right here. Because this nurse practitioner in Virginia, he's about to be going away for a very, very long time. And I hope that he actually rots in prison. Because this person, nurse practitioner, is an LGBT activist, guys. Guess what he did? We'll get more into the details. And I'm going to have to definitely clean up some of the language here. Because I really don't even want to say it. It's disgusting. Wow. Look at this, guys. Virginia LGBTQ activist, nurse practitioner, pleads guilty to federal child sex crimes. Lucas Allen Fussell, 42 of Onley, pleaded guilty to 2 counts of distribution of child stuff. Yeah. This scumbag right here, man. This is the scumbag right here. Does he actually know what could actually happen to him in prison, man? I mean, those prison gangs, man, say what you want about these hardcore prisoners. But when it comes to stuff with kids, those hardcore prisoners, man, will take care of business in prison. He's not going to have an easy time in the joint. And really, guys, I mean, really, he's 42. He's looking at like 40 years in prison. This could essentially be a life sentence for him. Let's read it, guys. A Virginia nurse practitioner with a history of LGBTQ activism has pleaded guilty to federal child sex crime charges. Lucas Allen Fussell, 42 of Onley, distributed and possessed child porno stuff and images depicting, oh my goodness. You guys can actually see that right there. Minor boys. Authorities said victims were as young as toddlers. Wow. He faces a maximum of 40 years in prison. Folks, I believe that anybody that is found guilty to this kind of stuff, life without the possibility of parole. Just that simple, man. This is how you can actually stop all these creeps from getting out, going back into society, and doing the same thing over again. Life without the possibility of parole. That's what you do, man. That'll actually take this filth out of our neighborhoods, guys. I remember I said it probably about 3 years ago. It was around doing Halloween. And the local news was talking about you can actually click this link here to see the amount of sex offenders in your area. And not necessarily, just on children in general, but just sex offenders in general. And I just wanted to check it out, man, through the Houston area. There was a ton. Like I said, I don't know if it's necessarily against children. But folks, it is astonishing, man, the creeps that are out there. Anyway, let's continue on. Court filings show Fussell also made numerous sexualized comments on an encrypted messaging app about examining the genitals of his patients. What? Some as young as 11. My goodness. That he saw while working as a nurse practitioner at Eastern Shore Rural Health. He pleaded guilty on December 18th to 2 counts of distribution of child porn in the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia, according to the Justice Department. Wow. This is disturbing, man. And the Biden administration, man, they definitely have some activists in there. And luckily, this administration is ending on Monday. And these people can go away. This kind of stuff, this is why the Democrats keep losing, guys. The Wokes came out with this new term called MAPS. Minor attracted people. Instead of calling them pedophiles. Yeah. Makes no sense, right? Between December 20th, 2023 and February 7, 2024, Fussell exchanged several videos and images containing that stuff with another individual whose phone was later seized by the FBI, according to court documents. In those conversations, Fussell shared details that revealed his identity, which included his home address, a description of his vehicle, and sexualized comments about the examining genitals of his oh my goodness. Yeah. In June 2024, an undercover agent with the FBI, MPD, Child Exploitation and Human Trafficking Task Force used the seized phone to respond to a message from Fussell. The defendant sent the undercover agent numerous images and videos depicting that stuff. Wow. Young boys, guys. On June 22nd and again on June 30th, according to court records. On July 16, 2024, the FBI executed a search warrant of Fussell's residence in Onley, Virginia, and seized numerous encrypted electronic devices. Fussell was arrested and has been held in custody without bail. U.S. District Court Judge Rudolph Contreras scheduled his sentencing for May 6. Fussell faces a minimum of 5 years in prison. That's way too low. And a maximum of 40 years in prison. He is also subject to mandatory restitution. According to his social media accounts, Fussell has been a longtime supporter of left-wing causes. This includes support for mandatory masking, drag queen story hour, and sex education for minors. Told you guys, beware of these LGBT activists. Beware of them, man. I mean, these people, honestly, guys, if you have anybody being a proponent, for example, of transitioning kids in LGBTQ studies in elementary school or whatever, those people should be investigated. They should, because they obviously, man, got to have a bigger plan. I mean, why would you want to teach a 7-year-old about LGBT? When I was in school, man, 7 years old, man, we were learning mathematics, stuff like that, sentence structure. But these activists, man, they want access to your schools. I hope this man never, ever, ever gets out of prison. 5 years is too little, man. It is way too little. 40 years, the max, not enough. It should be life. This is how you stop all of this, man. And let's just say he gets 10 years. Paroled after 8 or something like that. I don't know. He's only going to be 50. And people like this, you think they're actually going to stop? No. He'll be 50 years old, back out there, doing the same thing. I actually do watch some prison documentaries, guys, and they have some of these people like him in prison. And guess what always happens? They have contraband in their cells with young kids. They never stop. At least the man was actually locked away. But some kind of way he was still getting access to that stuff. Maybe somebody was mailing it in, but I do believe prisons are supposed to read the mail. It's disgusting, man. It is really, really disgusting. Lock this man away, man. Give him no access to anything from the outside. Not food, no letters, no nothing. Just to make sure he doesn't actually get any contraband. Lock him away and throw away the key. That is how you end this, man. Life in prison, no visitations, no nothing. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.